An example of a summary for this course so far would be, we have covered a lot of information today. We began by talking about the importance of being an instructor and by discussing how adults learn. We have learned about the role of the instructor in teaching courses and facilitating simulations. We have described the steps in preparing to teach and concluding a course. Let's review this information by engaging in a little competition. You may be familiar with the television game show Jeopardy!
I know I am.
It's the game show where contestants answer questions on a variety of topics. Today we're going to play our own version of Jeopardy! Please turn in your workbook to page 70. That page lists the categories for today's show. They are the role of the instructor, teaching courses, facilitating simulations, instructional aids, and evaluations and records. We will begin with the role of the instructor and work our way through each topic. There will be 4 questions for each category. Each question will appear on your screen, and you will have 3 seconds to think of the answer. Then the answer will appear on your screen.
On the score sheet, indicate whether you answered the questions correctly. At the conclusion of the game, tally your responses. If you missed more than one question in a category, go back and review that segment of the course. If you're ready, let's begin. Roles of instructors. Setting the stage for effective classroom learning. Climate setting. Linking ideas from one section of the course to another. Bridging. Stepping in during the course to ensure positive outcomes. Intervening. Correcting mistakes in a positive manner by giving constructive information about performance. Feedback.
Teaching courses. Best method for conveying information in a short amount of time. Presentation. A way of quickly generating a large number of ideas. Brainstorming. In this method, participants act out a specific situation and react to one another. Role play. This type of question stimulates thinking. Open-ended.
Facilitating simulations. In simulations, the class works in these. Small groups. The facilitator begins each round by giving this. Task assignment. The primary activity of facilitators while teams are working observing, listening. The final activity allows participants to internalize the learning from the simulation. Debriefing.
Instructional aids. This instructional aid is very flexible and requires little equipment. Newsprint. These give newsprints a polished look by framing the text. Borders. When using transparencies, be sure to face this, not the screen. The class. To ensure you know how to operate equipment, do this before class. Test equipment.
Evaluation and records. This attendance requirement must be met by all participants. Attendance the entire course. This is issued at the conclusion of the course to show successful completion. Certificate of completion. Use comments from these to determine areas of your own development. Participants' reaction form or course evaluations. This form is used to track training for individuals and organizations. Course record addendum.
And thank you for participating in our review. Gregory, tell them what they've won.
Our lovely parting gifts include a fabulous opportunity to attend disaster instructor specialty training, among other opportunities. And that's exactly what we'll cover in our final segment, What's Next for You?
What are the next steps for you as a future Red Cross instructor and facilitator? First, you will need to complete the course review on page 79. Take your time completing the questions, which highlight key points from the material we have just covered. Within 3 months, or sooner if you can, of completing this course, return the quiz to your unit, along with your application to attend Disaster Instructor Specialty Training, or DIST. At that time, you will also receive a certificate of completion for this course. DIST is a 2-day course in which you practice the basic instructor functions and methods while teaching sections of disaster courses. DIST prepares you to become a basic instructor as authorized by your local Red Cross unit. Following experience as a basic instructor, you may ask to be monitored to become a candidate for intermediate instructor in courses for which you meet the instructor criteria. Another opportunity for authorized instructors is to serve in the training function on a disaster relief operation. The training function is responsible for providing paid and volunteer staff with the knowledge and skills needed immediately to fulfill their assignments on the disaster operation. Serving in the training function can be very rewarding because you prepare people to do their jobs and then immediately go out and help people affected by the disaster event. In addition to teaching, there are other opportunities for disaster trainers, such as serving on training committees at the local and state level, or helping to support and develop instructors. Your workbook contains more information, and you can always speak with your local unit about what specific opportunities are available.
We hope this course has been both interesting and informative. As you prepare to take disaster instructor specialty training, remember what you have learned in this course and demonstrate your effectiveness by applying the information about the learning process, knowing how to conduct an effective course or simulation by understanding how to use the appropriate teaching methods and skills, being personally effective as a good communicator and professional in your conduct, completing the evaluation process for the participants and for yourself, the instructor, doing what is expected as an instructor in planning for the course and the necessary follow-up, sharing the Red Cross mission and appropriately representing the American Red Cross.
Once again, welcome to the training team. You're on your way to joining other disaster instructors in the provision of excellent training for the Red Cross disaster relief workers.
You have many opportunities and rewards ahead of you as you begin your Red Cross training adventure. We're glad to have you join us.